Okay, let me just get my mic closer. So, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna start off with this. The prior video I made on ABA didn't really receive that well. If I look at it currently, or just look at my channel and then look at it. So it got about 39 views, and that was 8 months ago. And it was a game. It was about ABA. I was just talking about ABA and how I found it like really cancerous and kind of sick right now, so found it really annoying. And I just made a video on why I shouldn't have ranked, and then titled the video ABA's ass. So now I've actually made a structured video explaining on why I think ABA is not a very good game and why a lot of people are overlooking this. So I'll put in my 2 cents from the document and then just kind of ramble on about it. So my first reason is that there are 150 characters in Anime Battle Arena, and not a single one of these characters is balanced. Now I want you to understand that means that they had 150 tries to make a good character, yet not a single one of these characters ended up actually being balanced, in the sense of they weren't too one-sided leaning towards one playstyle, or they weren't too annoying to deal with in ranked, or just in general that they didn't do too much damage or too little. Because the thing is if you look at Kazuma, he doesn't do a lot of damage in his base without any buffs. Yet to circumvent that, Kazuma has Steel, which allows him to gain mode very quickly off other people. He has Snipe, which allows him to play from halfway across the map. A lot of these things lean towards a running like playstyle that don't allow you to pick and choose what you want. But let's say you don't want to play Kazuma. Let's say you want to play someone else. Let's say you play Byakuya, right? So Byakuya is actually a favorite of mine. I like playing him. He's pretty fun.
Oh, I'm dead. Yes, the game saved me. The game saved me. The game saved me.
Oh, I'm dead.
Dude, I'm telling you, bro. Bitch, I'm not that stupid. I know you have a counter. Stop fucking using it.
But the thing is, he just doesn't compare to a lot of the newer characters and a lot of the people picked in rank. Byakuya gets slammed by 90%, if not 100% of the DBZ roster. The 100% of the DBZ roster slams Byakuya because all of his moves have terrible startup, except for Byakuya and Scatter. And the problem with that is that Byakuya isn't even a block break, and Scatter is a terrible combo extender. And I mean it, because it is so bad. It is so bad that I have had people slip out of my combos because of it. I can't ladder off of it. I'm forced to use it on the ground, and even when using it on the ground, the hitbox is so bad. So just in general, I don't really like the way the character is just outdated. They need to rework all the characters. They can't just keep reworking some characters because I feel like it. And I know that it's hard to rework a lot of characters at once. It's very difficult. It's very hard. I understand. Game deving is a difficult thing to do, but the problem is that they need to stop focusing on making these new characters for now and start reworking the older characters, because the power creeping is getting more and more severe. And like, for example, I'm going to talk about Time Skip Ichigo, which is he's not even a starter character. I'd say Byakuya is a starter character. The first 4 characters of any roster in ABA is a starter character. So TS Ichigo, Time Skip Ichigo, is about like 5th, 6th place. He has 2 combo extenders and a slash that guard breaks. So the Getsuga Tensho, well, Getsuga, just as it was called, in the TS Ichigo's kit, each one does 25 damage from what I remember, because I used to play TS Ichigo. So each one guard breaks another 25 damage. Now they're aimable and they're very slow, so they're very dodgeable if you're not point blank hit by them. So in my opinion, I don't think that it's unfair for these to do a lot of damage. I just think that it's crazy that these do this much damage and guard break, because honestly, if I was just point blank and used it, you'd still get hit because of the hyper armor on the move. So now this is a good kit, right? But let's move on to a newer character, Ragna. Kind of sick, so my bad. The newer kit, Ragna. So Ragna has a counter move. He has a mid-range guard break that does around a quarter HP if it doesn't guard break. But if it guard breaks, it just does an eighth, let's say an eighth. It does an eighth. Silverine Slash, which does a multi-hit, and it's a quarter of your health if it hits completely. And then there's also the second variation of these moves when your bar is full, where you get a freeze on both moves, and they both do tick damage. So there's about 3 ticks of damage off of them, which is actually a lot. And this isn't even mentioning his mode. So TS Ichigo's base mode, which is Mugetsu. Well, I don't know the name for it, but I kind of forgot. But it's basically Ichigo's final Mugetsu. It's a one-shot mouse aim that is. It used to be uncounterable by all means, but due to Ragna, the recent character, you can actually tell that he's it's counterable. It's counterable by Ragna. So Ragna has a mode that can counteract all characters one shots. But let's not even like think about that. Let's not even talk about that. Let's continue with TS Ichigo. So moving on to, so you have Zero, Roar, Rear Slice, and Pummel. So Zero is a block breaker, Roar is a block breaker, Rear Slice, from what I remember, is not a block break, but Pummel's last hit is a block break. Now, the thing is about this kit is it's I would say it's pretty counterable actually. It's extremely counterable. As long as you just play your cards right and don't get hit by the Zero, you can block and dodge all of these. You genuinely can avoid getting killed by a TS Ichigo in hollow form pretty easily. I've done it before. It's not too hard. Just pay attention, be fast, and it's easy. With Ragna, that is not the case. You will get caught by surprise. In Ragna's first form, Silverine, where he activates Silverine Battle Arts, right? So he uses Dragon Hunting Flash, and that would already break your guard. So from about like halfway across the map, let's say you're in Heaven's Arena, from halfway across the map, he'd break your guard, hit you with his second move. I forgot what it's called, but it's the one where he blasts a bunch of silver swords at you. Again, does like half your, they both do like half your HP. And then finally, to top it all off, he would finish it with the third move. He'd finish it with his fourth move, would be Saint Beatdown. So he would have already got you in a combo and killed you instantly. Ragna can one-shot combo you in both modes. So let's say he did 325 damage and has a full bar. Ragna now can activate Silverine Sword Saint, that's what I call it, which he can use his first 3 moves, and then Twin Hunting Flash, which is a one-shot, and then he can use Silver Sword Recreate Form, which literally allows him to revive from death. So if he dies, he gets a revive. Fucking crazy, and it works for any one shot. The power creep on this character is insane. The power creeping from let's say the first character on the miscellaneous roster, which let me go look right now. I'll open ABA and go look, because I need to make sure I get my facts straight and I don't say anything that's gonna make this disingenuous, right? Being genuine as possible, speaking from pure fact with a bit of opinion, right? So looking at this roster, from the first character on the miscellaneous roster, which is Rika Takanashi, who has an iframe shield move, a barrage move, a alt charge, and just down slam move, you could call it. And then compared to her ultimate, who has 2 guard breaks, I think it's 3 guard breaks actually, because Bonk's a guard break as well, and a ranged move, and extended M1, like a massive extended M1 range. So, just in general, right, so looking at that, I can say that the power creep from that to Ragna is fucking insane. I mean, even just in general, from Asta to Ragna, Asta can't do half the shit I just mentioned. Like, he doesn't have a mouse aim one shot to start off. He can't revive. He has a counter in his mode. And yeah, I would say that's just about all he really has compared to him. He has a one-shot combo, I'd assume, or at least something along those lines, but I don't really play Asta. Accelerator. Honestly, Accelerator. Let's just say Accelerator, right? Just throw him out there. Accelerator. Compared to Ragna. A good Ragna would actually fucking wash Accelerator in this game. I honestly can vouch. Like, I can deadass vouch. I think if you were good at playing Ragna and you just saw a Quake coming and you pressed Unstoppable Hunt, then you hit him with the fucking Dragon Hunting Flash and hit him with the fucking Dragonic fucking shit, like they're dead. They're dead ass dead. There's nothing you can do about that. Fucking Mob. Honestly, I think Mob's the only character I can see just whooping the fuck out of Ragna, but that's just because of how Mob's built. You can't really counter Mob. He's just that good. So that's just off the miscellaneous roster alone. So that was me just dead ass saying from the miscellaneous roster, the power creep. Okay. Now moving on to my second reason. That isn't just like the character's balance and all that. The most unfun mechanic in the game is one-shots. I think everyone can honestly agree getting hit by a one-shot in ABA has been some of the most gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching shit. You're in a ranked match, you have a chance of winning, you get to 1 life, and then you realize you're dead. And there's nothing you can do to solve that. There's nothing you can do to change that. There is nothing you can do to alter the fact that you are going to die. That is the problem. To get one shot in a match is absolutely fucking terrible. You hate yourself for not predicting it, but then you hate your opponent more for doing it. And then you hate the devs twice as much because they're the ones that made it. I can be honest with you and say that one-shots aren't that bad because, in my opinion, I've grown accustomed to ABA. So a lot of the stuff people do, like toxicity and the one-shots and all this stuff, I'm used to it. I've been playing this game for like literal years, but that doesn't mean I don't see how cancer the mechanic is and how bad it is, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people behind me who can vouch. I'm not saying to remove one-shots from the game, but I'm saying to make there be a countermeasure to one-shots. Like, for example, in so, to be honest, like the DBZ roster is a very big culprit of this. The power creep on the DBZ roster hasn't really been affected. Like Caulifla's still viable and ranked. Fucking Buku, Bujita, PTS Goku got a rework, so technically no power creep there. PTS Vegeta, no power creep. Just, well, Android Saga, I'd see the like proper term. Android Saga Vegeta, Android Saga Goku. Like, just in general, there's not really like much power creep in Piccolo. I'd say he got power creeped on pretty badly, but I wouldn't say nothing crazy. So, but most reworks, like for the DBZ roster, have been cancer. Like Namek Goku went from like already like insane to just nutty. He went from insane to nutty. Then you have Broly. Do I even need to tell you? But Broly's just fucking. I got my ass fooled by Broly like probably 2 hours ago, and it's still fresh in my mind. That's how bad it was, bro. Like, these Brolys are just fucking bad, bro. Like, they're a problem. So this moved me on to my number 3, power creeping, right? So, just in general, I'll make this section short. Power creeping in this game is insane. Like, it's a real thing. It's a real fucking problem. Like, the first ever character I'll say that power creeped the fuck out of everyone else was Accelerator. Accelerator started the power creep. He started the power creep, and he became more of a problem after that. So he started power creep, he got nerfed. The nerfs still didn't keep him from being overly fucking busted. So he's still viable in a ranked setting, just he's not as powerful. So then we move on to another character, right? So next we go to the Fate roster. MASH gets added. Fucking insane. You can iframe block one shots, you can iframe block, like all this shit. Power creep is insane. It takes all these old mechanics that were reliable and turns them into fucking mush, into dog shit. It's insanely stupid. And then you have the power creep on, who was it? It was, I'm gonna look at the roster right now. I just remember. It wasn't just MASH. And then you have Iskandar, insane power creep. Ishtar, insane power creep. And it just, Ilya was a fucking problem in ranked. And recently we had Krollo was a big ass problem, can't lie. Sukuna had to get nerfed to holy hell. They gutted the fuck out of Sukuna because of how bad he was. That's just how much of a problem Sukuna was. Like, he got gutted that badly. That's how bad of a problem Sukuna was to the game, to the balance of the game. So moving on from just the annoying ass power creep and the iframes and the hyper armor. So going on actually about hyper armor. So this is a very common thing a lot of people know, but this game doesn't have a lot of cancelable moves. So you don't really get very high reward for risk. You don't get a lot of reward for initiative or try to counteract something before it happens. So let's say that, for example, Lancer decided to use Vault. Even if I ran away, I usually get caught by it. Let's say Yorichi uses Pounce. Even if I block it, she gets plus frames on it. So there's not much I can do to counteract it. So it's really just a matter of the insane amount of hyper armor moves get, and it take a lot of reworking and changing, and I get that. So honestly, just add evasives, or in the future, add characters with countable moves, and I think that'll even it out. So I don't like the fact that you get rewarded for being retarded. I can't lie. I mean, this isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Why is there a trap card or a trap card? But whatever. So, and honestly, like, they'll just top it all off with these two things. So, honestly, we need a global evasive. I don't think that an evasive similar to like Shirafune would be useful, but I think an evasive like a burst, which does slight damage, like maybe like 5 damage, but is a get off me tool, and it has to have a large range, so it gets the person off you. It shouldn't guard break, it should just do a knockback even if they're guarding, so it's still a tool you can use, but it should be like a get off me tool, like a genuine like get off me tool. And I don't think it should give you iframes, I just think it should allow you hyper armor to escape something. And I think a lot of people just don't realize that ABA is also a pay to win game. So the Game Pass characters are very broken. I'll just name Yamamoto, broken so bad, like he was broken, they had to nerf the fuck out of him when they reworked him. Shanks is still fucking like annoying as hell to deal with in ranked, especially his mode with Conqueror's Hockey. Whitebeard was in ranked for like a full 2 years because he was just that good. Kisuke is fucking broken. I have literally had to deal with like rank 200 Kisuke's, and they're just so fucking annoying. Diavolo is broken as hell. I mean, dude, I don't know what to tell you. The JoJo roster is kind of annoying as fuck too. It's like this game honestly just, it's a problem with dopamine. It's a dopamine problem. Like this game just has this dopamine issue. Like you just have that one key you press to win, and that's all it takes to make this game quote unquote fun. So I can't lie, I don't really like ABA that much, but I'm good at it, so I play it. Honestly, I enjoyed getting like soft locked and reset in Fear and Hunger more than playing ABA. That's how bad it was today. So genuinely, I know I'm not probably gonna get that much attention, but for those who do see this, like, put that shit out there and let people know that this game is just like not really worth playing, but at the same time just maybe try and get this out there so shit gets changed, because ABA could be better. It's not really a good game, but it could be an alright game, and that'd be alright with me. So that's all I gotta say.